My kitty, my kitty. My kitty cat. Girl, where is you going? Is everybody okay? Do 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 do. Hey y'all, we are back and we are ready to work out. Today I'm taking you through one of my all-time favorite strength building leg and glute routines. And we're keeping it classy with compound lifts that target several muscles at once because the peeps are efficient, okay? So if you love all things fitness, food, and fun with a strong dash of shenanigans on top, then tickle that subscribe button and give the notification bell a boop on the nose so you don't miss any of my top secret workout tips, recipes, and more. So let's do it. We gotta start this workout off with some dynamic stretching, y'all, because a sis gots to do things proper. So just a little warming up for my deadlifts. Then I love this stretch for my hamstrings. I get down on one knee and do a little bit of a lunge and then slowly move backwards to stretch out my hamstrings. I keep this stretch dynamic by continuing to move back and forth because a sis isn't trying to get injured doing static stretches before lifting heavy. Finishing up here with some hip and glute stretches. I call these windshield wiper legs or 90-90s, where you're rotating your hips while your legs are at 90 degrees. Just throwing in a few Cossack squat stretches just because I was feeling fancy. I also love doing this standing hip rotation where I bend my knee and lift my leg forward, to the side, and back. Kind of like making the points of a triangle with your knee. Now the kicking back portion of this stretch will really show you how tight your hips are. Feel free to try it, but don't say a sis didn't warn you. I'm kicking off this workout with the big moves first, of course. So barbell deadlifts and hip thrusts. Now, I'm actually weaker on my deadlift than my hip thrust. So I start with the deadlift so I'm not already fatigued by the time I need to do a move that's more difficult for me. So then after the deadlift, I went right into a weighted, banded foam roller hack squat. I just basically grabbed my hip circle, a plate, and a foam roller. Then I found a wall and cranked out 8 to 10 reps. But make sure your booty breaks parallel. So if you can't get low in your squat, then try this move without the weight and maybe even without the band. It is really important to break parallel if you're going for glute gains, and the band will help with that too. To make this even more challenging, I actually brought the weight over my head while squatting because we firmly believe in the power of a compound lift, baby. Next up, we have the hip thrust, and yes, a sis had her sunglasses on her head the whole time, so don't come at me, okay? Now, if it's hard for you to set up your hip thrust with the barbell on the floor like this, you can put plates under both sides of your weights, or you can sit on a large plate to help you move the bar easier. Now, I don't have time for all that, and I don't think that would make too much of a difference for me at this point. But maybe once I go heavier, that's something I'll start doing. Or, of course, you can just use the Smith machine. That's what I usually do if it's available. Hip thrusts are honestly so much quicker to set up and get through on the Smith machine. So that's my preferred method. And you might notice I do a little dynamic hip stretch in between sets. And y'all, just doing a bit of dynamic stretching in between my sets actually really helps me. It keeps me loose and ready for the next set. I do dynamic stretching in between my sets whenever I feel like I need it, or if I'm starting to get frustrated, maybe because something's really heavy, or if I start feeling tight. It's honestly been a game changer for me. After hip thrusts, I set up for a wide stance deadlift. Now, I wasn't originally planning on doing these, but a sis did it anyway. And let me tell you, although the weight was a lot lighter than the 2 big lifts I did before, this almost took a sis out. So my glutes were already firing from all the other lifts I did, but they were ablaze when I added these at the end. I considered going up in weight for these wide stance deadlifts, but after that first set, Assist said nah. And that's okay, you know, because not everything has to be a personal best or a world record for you every time you go into the gym. If you do a light wide stance deadlift after a conventional deadlift and hip thrusts, you will know right away that it's perfectly fine to keep the weight moderate to light. So at this point, I'm toasted. But still gotta finish up the workout with Bulgarian split squats. I know. Don't click away. Stay with me, okay? Because these are not just any Bulgarians. No, not up in here. We're doing the Bulgarian split squat twists. Now, if you're not stable on regular Bulgarian split squats, please don't try this because it is more challenging and it hits your glute even harder when you twist and shift even more weight over onto that side of your glute. And you'll also hit your quad as you're coming up. And woo chow! After about 4 of them things, Assist is done. But I do try to get 6 to 10 reps per side. I was losing steam quickly, but didn't want to stop moving completely. So I did some quick shoulder presses with the barbell to give my booty a break. And then I hopped right back in to do some more Bulgarians. So I grabbed a kettlebell this time. And I realize that everyone is different, but I find that keeping my legs a bit closer to the box I'm using to stabilize really helps target my glutes more. Having a super wide stance where you're lunging forward really far, that doesn't really do anything for me, so I keep my stance more narrow and more targeted, and that seems to really work. Alternative moves to add if you're feeling spicy. You could do a standing cable kickbacks, or you can do kickbacks on a bench. Now again, doing cable kickbacks on a bench for me, it just really targets the glute better than the standing ones. Because I feel like with the standing variation, you could incorporate other muscles accidentally. But when I'm on a bench, it's very targeted and I know exactly what part of my glute is getting worked out at all times. And with the cable pull-throughs, you're basically hitting the same muscles as if you were doing a hip thrust, only it's a little bit easier to set up. And if you're using the weighted stack, then obviously there's a limit to how much weight you can pull when you're doing that variation. So feel free to add in some variation of kickback and cable pull-throughs if you're up for it. Now, Assist wasn't having it on this day, but I have added 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps of each of those exercises before. So if y'all have the energy left over, then throw in those extra accessory moves and just keep the weight moderate to light. We're at the home stretch, just wrapping up the workout with some hip hops, jump rope. And I like to do a few different kinds of jumps to target some abs, so I'll do a little twisty move, then maybe throw in a little jumping jack style hop, and then some speed hops where I just get wild and go as fast as I can. And yes, I guess I had my sunglasses on top of my head the entire workout, but it is what it is. And just a note about jumping rope, it really has helped my baby calf muscles graduate to kindergarten, so I'm happy about that and I will keep doing it. Even though my legs are feeling like Bambi taking his first steps, we got her done, cause that's what we do. That's just what we do. So yes, y'all, that is what Assist did for her lower body workout, and this is one of my favorite lower body sessions. It really helped me break through a few plateaus I kept hitting just by switching things up, using a barbell instead of the Smith machine, incorporating Bulgarian split squat variations, doing those mini dynamic stretches between sets, and making compound moves more challenging with the foam roller hack squat. So definitely let Assist know if you try this workout. Or if the full workout is too much, then let me know what moves you saw here that you want to try out. So maybe you like your current leg routine or your glute routine, but maybe a sis got you eyeballing something from this video. So leave a comment down below and let me know what it is. If you enjoyed this video, maybe I'll post like a full body day or maybe like a what I eat after a leg day or something like that. So let me know what you thought, leave me a comment, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I post a lot of my workout content in my Insta stories too. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye! Oh wait, look at that quad, look at that quad, look at that quad, look at that quad, look. Hey, look at them quads, hey, look at them. The quads are loading, okay? They're gearing up, they're getting ready to be great. So you don't want to miss that either, so subscribe as my quads become great.